Good morning, this is Eric Auger, real estate agent with Urban Nest Realty and creator of the signature approach to sell home. On my way back to the gym. I love going to the gym really early in the morning, usually around 6. I get in my car, it's super quiet outside, there's nobody. And I live kind of on top of a hill, so as I exit the neighborhood and start driving down the hill, down to the gym, I can see the entire city and the sun coming up, and it gives me that feeling of dominating the city. It's kind of really cool. But anyway, I love going to the gym every morning. It's been a habit now for 2 years. Well, I'm still in the drive. It's been a habit for about 2 years, and I started small like everybody else because I didn't have a choice. That's all my body could do. But over the course of time, I've built muscle, endurance, I've lost fat, and for the past, I'd say about 3-4 months, I've been doing what's called HIIT workout, and I was always stuck at the intermediate level. And when I say stuck, I mean, I did not believe I could go to the higher level. So in my head, I was stuck in intermediate, and I kept on doing the exercise over and over again, so much so that it became easy. But in my head, for some reason, I was not an athletic guy. I was not the guy who goes all the way out. I'm the guy who stops at intermediate and is perfectly happy with it. That was until yesterday. Well, yesterday I said, fuck it, I'm just going to go to the expert level, and if I have to stop in the middle, so be it. I'll stop in the middle, but I'll start again tomorrow. And guess what happened? Hey, Greg, guess what happened? I completed the expert level. I was out of breath. I was red as a tomato, but I finished it. And so this morning I went back to the gym and I said, man, it'd be a shame to go back to intermediate when I completed expert yesterday. So I went back to expert level and I completed it again, and it was actually a little bit easier. I was still out of breath. The importance of that story is, in your life, you are only stuck where you believe you are. You are only stuck to the place you believe you belong to. If you start believing that you belong to a different place, a better place, a higher place, a more challenging place, a more giving place, a more loving place, a more spiritual place, then you automatically get there. You may be out of breath for the first few times you try, but you'll get there. And guess what? What happens is that once you get to that place, once you've reached the next level, every single morning that you wake up, you're going to tell yourself, man, it'd be a shame to go back to where I was when it's so good to be here. And the process will repeat itself. There's going to be a time where you are going to be stagnating at that expert level, and you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to try superhuman level, and I'm just going to try it once, and if I fail and if I'm out of breath, so be it. And you go to superhuman level, and guess what, you make it. And the next day you try again and you say, you know what, I'm not going back to expert, I'm going to try superhuman, and so on. The point of my story is that you can only be stuck in the place that you believe you belong to. So be really careful to your story. Question yourself, ask yourself, is this really what am I made to be? Is this really who I am? Is this really where I'm supposed to stop? Or is there something more for me? And if there is something more for me, am I going to step up my game, or am I going to refuse to sit on the throne? And if I refuse to sit on that throne, am I going to let my kingdom die? It's a very simple mind game. Question your story. This is what I learned this morning. And so it all depends on how you look at things. And it does apply to how you sell home. You see, one of the things that buyer's agents do, and they, in my opinion, go all wrong about it, is when they have a client, they show them as many houses as they can in the shortest period of time in the hope that they'll pick one. And so they end up showing 10, 15, 20, 30 houses, whatever the case may be. What that means for the seller is that a seller will show his house on average to 8 to 10 times best case scenario before his house sells. And it takes about 2.5 to 4 hours to prepare the house to be ready to be shown. You know, between picking up the laundry, making up the beds, getting the kids out, the dog to the neighbor's house, last minute cleaning, vacuuming, and so on. I mean, it's chaos for 2.5 hours until a buyer shows up. And oftentimes those buyers are not interested in the house. Why? Because the buyer's agent just picked a bunch of houses that they wanted to show them with the hope that out of the 30 that they've picked, one will stick. And so that's exhausting for a seller. It's tiring because the first couple of times they're excited. It's their first buyers. They're excited. Like, yes, it's working. We're having people coming to look at the house. But by the time you get to the 10th or the 15th buyer and you've spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours preparing your house to sell, to be shown, and you know that there's a very good chance you're not going to get an offer, it's exhausting. And so there is a better way to do that. And this is part of the signature approach to sell home. If you want to find more about how we screen showings to make sure that the buyers who come look at your house are only real buyers, buyers who have a keen interest in seeing your house, go to www. Is that 3 W's? 3 W's, thesignatureapproach.com for a 4-part video series that will show you 4 principles that are guaranteed to sell your house for the maximum possible price, quickly and without the usual stress that goes along with selling a house. That was episode 18 of Home Selling Secrets. Good luck. I hope that you found inspiration in what I shared with you, and I will see you tomorrow. See ya.